Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter phasing to the universe of Pyre. We just liberated Rocky! Even though I actually reset the right to do so. Oh, look. Never noticed the symbols on this wheel. Interesting. It's the location of the stars points, I believe, or is it the phases of the moon? I do not know, but let's see who has something to say. Oh. After the liberation rite, you find Sir Gilman in an uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative mood. You lost your practice partner, didn't you? He salutes you crisply with his tail. Glory to you, Master Raider, and glory to noble Rocky Greentail, long may he prosper in the Commonwealth. And in doing so, may he benefit the plan into which we have all been trusted. Then he fell silent for a time. You sense him growing very emotional. You miss Rocky, don't you? In noble Rocky, this knight found a kindred spirit, Master Reader. One of questionable honor, the greatest cunning, and such blinding speed as to befit a minstrel's tale. This knight fears our triumvirate lost something irreplaceable in him. Of course, this knight is also pleased that Rocky has achieved his freedoms, very much so. I understand how you feel, conflicted. And furthermore, this knight shall now continue training even harder than before. Rocky Greentail, this knight shall train, and until such time as he is swifter than the jagged lightnings of the deathless tempest. Now, Master Reader, this knight must beg his leave of you for its time, and not for his rest, but for his training. You know that he is very grateful for your wisdom and your guidance in these rites. Between yourself and Master Rocky, you have instilled within this knight an unshakable resolve. He bows low and bids you a good evening. Ryan's helping Jody is tidying up the wagon. That's nice. Wolfred's away. Edwin's liberated. Pamita is away too. Bertrude is away. Human is nearby. Rai is cleaning up. Tizo is... Everybody is away. What happened? Greentail is liberated. Tariq sitting still. Sandra is pacing aimlessly. What's on the book? Onward. The fallen empire of Sar has ruled according to the unancient bloodline to be infallible, or society shall instead be by those who earn the privilege. We the eight, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers and by you yourself. We shall provide a framing through the rites to put you to the test against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let us all go free, thus freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins, as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom you have gained along your path. The worthy shall lead. Whoa. Very interesting. Well, let's just continue. There is no time now to return to the Moonlight Cove as before, as the start already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the isle of Kalimar. Oh yes. Let's go. Wolfred approaches you as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Cove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Or dear alcove, I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone. If it isn't already, we shall not be returned. We have not the time to do so anyway, and with Oralek back among the living now, and no longer fond of me, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of you who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live, to try to live at least. Let's try to manage everybody to return. Let's make the plan go. Careful there. Who I booked to fight again? Again we return to the isle of Kalimur, hidden in the stone. I have met very few who know of it at all, much less have walked upon its stones and sands. The disconcerting tales of the demise of Kalimur Hope Caller, who met his end there on that isle, the imps that swarm or spread across the place today seem not too much. Having paid witness to the rites firsthand, they have become rather obsessed with it. I sometimes wonder if it is more difficult to conduct a rite with such a boisterous audience. Well, when the audience is within the field, yes it is. May the castity find their way shortly, so that the imps may have the contest they desire. Ooh, okay. Judario thinks we shall be at the quickest boat. And do vocations, okay? Oh, Stardust. I think I'll take you on, Lada. I want to take a look at the planner. 57% yet. It's been a while since I last managed to play, so... Hey, everybody's away now. Starting into space. Testing the waters. Well, the game is saying stop looking at this. It's over. Your time in the boundless waters of Sharp Soul passes mostly without incident then when Valfred approaches you, pointing out to the sea. Observe the surface of the waters. There, that is stardust come from above. A substance of celestial origin using to enhance the talisman effect. The two of you begin sifting the waters. It is a slow process, but eventually you end up with a significant amount of the precious material. Yay! Nice. Stash it away. Wonder what I should use it on. Let's take a look. Who should I use for the next ritual? What can you do? A bouncing auto, okay. More stamina for Tizo. Oh. I like the idea. Wow. Wow. Tizo can fly forever now. This is amazing. I'm keeping him forever and ever. Okay. Stop the wagon now. What happened? The black wagon was shooted to a stop in the road of the isle of Kalimur. There is some commotion as Valfred motions for everyone to be still. There, ahead. It seems we have a visitor. He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever Valfred referred to. Still, he indicates caution. Oh man. I am certain that I saw someone, directly in the road. A tense moment passes, then another. Then Valfred tenses up. There he is, look there. You look toward where he signals and then at last you see the cause of his concern. There is no mistaking who it is. Oralak stands there near the mountain at the top of some forgotten rock, jutting from the steady current a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no signs of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. Valfred gets your attention. What? Well, my king? I'm open to suggestions here. Oralak likely hasn't come to pay social visit. You have a right to get to. Oralak may wish to stand in the way, but can be made to move. Confrontation outside the bounds of the right is forbidden. Oralak ought to be avoided. Oralak may be here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace. Tough decision. He seems to have been hardened quite a bit, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully he come to his senses, or maybe we can make him come to his senses. Let's talk, Oralak. Let's talk. There has to be a way to reason with Oralak and bridge the differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate. I am uncertain Oralak is willing to be reasonable at this point, after everything he has been through. Though I am hopeful you are right. Me too. I wanna try. It might be a mistake, but I want to make this mistake. You give the signal for the drive-in to start the wagon and head towards him. But just as you reach the point where Oralak stood, he has vanished. Surveying our strength, perhaps, his motives are plain, but his intentions unclear. Indeed, Oralak is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Okay, no penalties. I wonder if we shall face him again here, and he messed up the custody again. Your wagon finally arrives at the Isle of Kalimar, where still there is no sign of Oralak or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rite's commencement. What do we have here? Well, hey guys, let me tell you something real quick. Now, I happen to have heard that Mr. Greentail, he's moved on or something like that, right? Well, I just want to know he was one of my favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you the same great deals, okay? Sure? Here.
Great taste.
Typhon Bottle. While the barrier's triumvirate is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. After those adversaries Pyre, the beater's Pyre recovers damage equal to 5. Oh, that is very good. Flame Leech. I might have use for this, even though it's expensive as heck. The cursor ones. This is interesting too. What is this? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's Greentail's Fang. I cannot use this anymore. You see? This is cool. I'm gonna try this. I know I bought a lot of trash that I might never use, but whatever.
All you quiet.
Tell all your friends about us because I already told mine. You page, okay? Something's wrong. Someone is here, alone with you. Oh crap. Oralek. And everybody's away. I'm alone with Oralek. Oralek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you cannot tell. What he's doing here and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. You watch him go about whatever he's doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon, it is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am welcome yet. In my own wagon. Well, you should have asked. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? The reader. Who or what you are of certain whatever he seems to be driving at, you cannot think of no compelling reason to comply. I'll say I'm their friend. You tell Oralek that you travel all across the downside with this group and count them as your trusted friends. It's a different group now than in his day. Friends, is it? You are them, for the Nightwings do not always treat their friends without due charity. Relay to them a message for me, Tell them I shall have my night. His stride half bites you towards the door, but then he turns to you again once more. I shall have my night. Then Oralek's gone. Oh man. Downside climate. Let's talk about the weather to calm down, okay? Okay? I know of no polite way to describe the climate here. It oppresses every living thing except perhaps the native flora and in a few specific areas. Once more, the recommended course is to keep moving. Moving keeps you warm when it's cold, or when it's very hot. You use what strength you can to move to somewhere you can think and breathe. The weather in the downside seems intrinsic to the different regions, which my good friends Moat and Mility shall describe. Shelter can be difficult to find, and you cannot stay in it for very long. Perhaps, however, shelter can accompany you rather than constrain you. Okay. We have spoken about the weather. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. Well, you don't have anything to say to me. I shall be here if you need me. Let's take a drink to calm down. Let's take another. Okay, that's enough. Several of your companions returned as you visit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Oralek. I believe in you, my kin. Oralek, he is unwell. It is good you did not come to harm. Now let us make sure the same can be said of the wagon. You and the others conducted an exhaustive search in and around the black wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yielded nothing. No one finds any sign that anything has moved or tampered with. Even the driving seems calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. You try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon now to commence. Indeed. Indeed. But I'll commence it on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I'm phasing out.